never said they should.
That what a man looks like?
Self-improvement is masturbation. Now self-destruction.
One of the most thought-provoking and misunderstood lines in the movie Fight Club. We fail to hear what he compares self-destruction to, but we can infer that self-destruction is seen as the method of achieving our optimal self. Self-destruction usually implies a negative occurrence of oneself being destroyed. A self-destructive event is seen as an individual destroying their entire being, positive and negative. Self-improvement, on the other hand, is seen as an overall positive action that leads to a better individual altogether. With these things in mind, the scene from Fight Club is a strange concept. Why is self-improvement seen as masturbation, and why is self-destruction seen as a solution? Firstly, why is self-improvement seen as masturbation? Masturbation, a temporary action that feels good but that achieves nothing substantial in the process. Therefore, self-improvement is seen as something that temporarily makes us feel good about ourselves but achieves nothing. I understand comparing masturbation to self-improvement can be uncomfortable, but it seems to be the most fitting word to compare to our view of self-improvement. But self-improvement is good, we thought. It makes us into better people. However, let's provide an example. We as people are like trees. We have leaves and branches which are daily habits and attitudes. However, half of our roots are healthy while half of them are infected. The infected part of the roots infects some of the leaves. Self-improvement is us constantly polishing and nurturing the leaves, maybe even cutting off unhealthy ones. However, this is futile because the infected roots continue to spring up unhealthy leaves. This is why I think self-destruction is the better alternative. If we destroy the infected parts of the tree, we can stop the spread of unhealthy leaves and foster the growth of healthy ones. Every creation requires a creative destruction. However, this is difficult. We are losing a substantial portion of ourselves that we are afraid to let go of in the process, even if it's negative. It is difficult to look at the worst parts of ourselves. Nietzsche said it himself, "Gaze into the abyss long enough, and the abyss will gaze back into you." The best example in terms of personality is our ego. We are too proud of who we are to notice unhealthy parts of ourselves. We are so preoccupied with who we are that we fail to notice who we can be. No amount of self-improvement can help a situation like this. In this case, we must destroy our ego to continue our movement forward. And through destruction, we ultimately improve and come closer to our optimal self. Another example is someone who is an alcoholic. An alcoholic may present some tasks for self-improvement. For example, instead of drinking every day, they drink once a week. Although this plan has good intentions, this approach will ultimately fail. It fails to address the roots of the problem, the infected roots. These roots may be friendships, relationships, job circumstances, or perceptions this person holds. Destroying these roots may be difficult, even painful, but this partial destruction of ourselves could lead to an overall improved self. This isn't just a philosophical idea, it is a psychological idea. It is called rapid personality change or a psychological rebirth. This phenomenon is exactly how it sounds, a sudden restructuring of one's personality. This usually occurs in people who are in the most dire need of it. It is necessary for their survival. For average individuals, it is difficult to get low enough to undergo this kind of rebirth. So how can we, as average people, achieve something akin to this? Solitude, meditation, writing, and action. We must be alone with ourselves and have a real conversation with ourselves about what is unhealthy. And we must be brutally honest with ourselves even if we don't like the answer we are given. This is to address the things that are stopping our moral progress forward. Next is meditating on questions and answers we find, and then visualizing our beliefs, ideas, and how we view ourselves being destroyed. It is also helpful to visualize what we can be like if we change negative aspects about ourselves, and visualize what our lives will be like if we don't make a change. This can give us a sense of urgency. Athletes visualizing playing a sport actually improve in that sport, and people visualizing their fears react as if their fear is actually present. The power of visualization cannot be underestimated. Writing down the necessary actions that must be taken and taking action. Actively destroying our negative preconceptions, interests, relationships, and even parts of our environment. I will leave you with a quote by Nietzsche. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star.